Told you we'd be back right away. I've got too many to do. I've got too many things to do. I need to be too many hands. Kids, cleaning, running a business, interruptions at home, trying to have a relationship, being a nice person. So it's probably the energy coming through for you guys. Okay, Taurus, let's see what's coming through for you guys. If you're new, a very warm welcome. Those of you who are wanting to make a booking, you can go to the link directly below. It's for the website. The other channel I had, I still have it. I'm going to be changing it, and it's going to be more, hi Fam Coach, how are you? I have got an app and I'm trying to navigate through it, and it is to do On the Couch with Yildiz series. So those of you who I was going to do interviews with, I'm trying to get the app working. I'll probably work with Google Glimmer so we can get the bloody thing working. But I can stream live and I can actually connect to Skype. So if I do have a client, which I was talking about last year, and you want to talk about chakra, you want to talk about ascension symptoms or anything to that degree, or the twin flame journey, we can actually have an On the Couch with Yildiz series. I'm not too bad. March has been pretty horrible actually, but I'm still alive and that's what counts, right? Nodes in Cancer. Of course you're triggered by family. It's been a long time. It has been, Mandy. Welcome. How you been? What's new? Oh, Taurus. Let's see what's going on with you guys. March Madness. Oh, what? Okay. How did Carmen explain it? It's like bipolar activity. It feels like that. And Sula, Traveling Soulist, said that she was putting a restraining order against Venus and and Cupid. And I was like, oh, God, she makes me laugh. I love you so much, lady. I hope you're well. She just makes me laugh so much. She's really my therapy. Very, very blessed. Okay, let's see what's happening for Taurus and their spiritual connection with their TF. Or if you're a Taurian, welcome. I'm going to put, oh, okay, we'll leave that there. It's weird because I was thinking about that and I was like, what the? You'll see. Okay, Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. You've got a lot of old situations coming up for you. Where's your head at? Oh, I haven't heard that song in a while. Where's your head at? Carmen, if you're watching this later, my cat's cheating on me with your yard. My cat just came back. Animals are acting very strangely at the moment, so just keep note of it. They're really acting very strange. They're picking up on your vibrations too, so just be mindful of that. Yeah, it is. Like Kesha, this place is about to blow. I've felt like Kesha with her song Wake Up in the Morning, feeling like P. Diddy. Yeah, I felt like that. And it's like maybe, and then it's like, let's not go to toxicity and have a bevy, but let's try and find a healthy way to deal with this, which is better. But it can be a time when it's really hard for all of us to do that because it's very, it's just madness. Absolute madness. There's a lot of vibrations from the past coming up, as I mentioned in the previous video. A lot of looking to the future, a lot of can we, can't we, are we moving forward, are we not, what are we doing here, is this ever going to come together? Okay, what's working for you guys? Trusting your intuition. If you're thinking something, now, if you're only in it for the money, I'm getting 2 downloads here. I'm feeling by the 20th, what will be working for you will come to fruition. So you'll actually know what is and what isn't working, okay? And it's 1111, which is connected to your spiritual path. Thank you for liking the video. It does help other TFs actually find the videos, and it also helps other people that want general reads, you know, updates. Obviously, I answer your questions during the sessions. It helps them find a psychic medium to actually answer their questions. So please like the video to help that. I'd appreciate it. Now, what's working for you guys is actually trusting in your intuition. don't get too triggered by your finances. And if you're doing something that isn't making you feel in alignment, and it can be a job that you're needing to leave, it can be a person you're directly investing in, you're not feeling abundant, you need to actually trust your intuition. If you need to make that decision after Mercury retrograde, do such, but gain perspective during this time. But I can see a trigger point coming up on the 20th, and that is correlating with the new moon. Anywhere between the 18th and the 23rd is a window. Now, what isn't working for you is people who betray you. So you may be looking, what could have been blocking you is a pain body experience that you had previously in a relationship that didn't work. And then every time you're in a connection, you're like, is this going to happen again? It can also be dealing with a twin that actually isn't a karmic connection. And you're waiting for them to come out and you're thinking, are they ever going to leave? You know, and it's trying to keep everyone in a family happy, I'm saying, but you can't keep everyone happy. You also feel that, you know, and it can be if you're in a situation with your twin, with a high vibration connection. How do I place this? Because there's 3 energies coming through. Those of you who are dealing with a person that is your TF, that is in a relationship, if you're still entertaining them at a sexual level, there's going to be conflict. It's not going to move forward. If in fact they need to end a cycle on their side of the fence, you need to allow them to end that. And you'll see a direct mirror on your side of the fence of what you needed to let go of, but perhaps you haven't. And it might have been, even if you're well and truly away from a relationship and you're waiting for them to finalize it, and you're saying to yourself, hey, I'm here and I'm waiting. And I have compassion and I've got understanding, and, you know, they're doing this or that, or they're being lower frequency because of this or that. Having too much compassion to a point of enabling is going to prevent movement in this connection. So if they're dealing with hurts, core wounds from childhood, you can't change that. That's for them to deal with. But if you're always elevating, then what you're doing is giving your power away and you're preventing a transformation. You might also be in a situation where you're feeling quite controlled. And again, it's a really relevant energy this month. There can be a lot of conflict around you, and, you know, it can be the direct home environment you need to move out of because it's affecting the relationship. So even if you're directly dealing with your twin and you're wanting to move, it can be a home-based environment and something's not quite fitting. So anything that's coming up for you, you're going to gain clarity. It might be a move of house. It might be, you know, both of you on both sides of the fence actually dealing with some scenario connected to base chakra, which is home and family. That's not working for you at the moment, but it's also what will help you. By having that self-awareness about what isn't working and starting to make an action plan, you're going to be able to move forward. When do you want to move? What's blocking you, Femme Coach? We've been talking about this, girl. Be Nike, just do it. Pack your bag. Best way to manifest movement is throw things out. And in alignment, you will notice when you're actually getting your old things, Mercury retrograde, remember we're moving into a full moon energy, which is a purge. That coming up between the 18th and the 22nd is going to be a time where what do you want to release? Okay, new moons, manifestation, full moons, letting things go. Mentally, in the heart, or even wanting to move forward, what do you need to let go of to lighten your load? And it can be a fear-based frequency to have that happen. What steps are you going to need to take to make that happen and start shifting it? Suppression gives you time to see how much you actually want it. So if you're thinking and you're going, I can't, it's out of my power, everything's in our power. But a mindset is within our power, so go back to that. You don't want to, so abundantly speaking, the only thing that will work for you right now is focusing on that fresh start, knowing that you need a fresh start before you're old, okay? Now, the energy alone, you could be like, I never thought I'd be living with mum and dad again. And never thought I'd be doing this or that. And, you know, I've been there. I lived in the house with my mum and all my siblings and their partners, and it was like, hey, negatively speaking, I could have looked at it and gone, I've gone backwards. I stopped one day and I went, maybe this is to let go of the past. Maybe this is a very short time in which I can reflect on my childhood. And it doesn't have to be your own parents' house. And you can go, okay, what did I have? What didn't I have? What is the universe trying to teach me right now? Do I need nurturing? Do I need to see other people's dynamics to see that, hey, in fact, all families are crazy? You know what I mean? And it's like you then feel normal because there's no normal. There's no normal. But what isn't working for you is changing your course. So you're saying, I'll do it later. I'll get to it later. Doing that's not working for you. You need to communicate your truth. You're not communicating about it, but your head's going back and forth. So you're like, yeah, it suits purpose right now, but no, I really need to move. No, it suits purpose right now. One day I'll do it. It's like doing it. And it can be reaching out after Mercury retrograde, networking, finding jobs, looking at a creative way you can do that. Maybe finding a flatmate and living with a flatmate temporarily and looking at things differently. I mean, especially with the financial aspect for this year, finance comes in a manifestation means, but also a creative means. So it could be going back to an old hobby to generate income. It could be fine-tuning that business that you're doing to change it. It could be changing things up and following some of those dreams to make that happen. But it's even a new environment is a shift in energy, but you've got to choose a good energy to go to, not a negative, because if you're doing that, you're just repeating a pattern. Looking at something you can do differently and saying, hey, I'm ready to do this turnover of a leaf. And for Taurus this year, Uranus is in Taurus, right? That's where we actually are going to be for you guys. What makes me happy? But I want the pretty story. But it's what do you have to do to spirit? Are you willing to sell your soul to the devil? And when I'm saying that, it's like giving your dreams away. What are your hopes and dreams? What do you want for your life? Are you going to give your power away? And that planet being in your zodiac sign is going to be a massive spiritual change for you. You're going to purge. You're going to grow. You're going to have to fight for your right to have what you feel is the best version for yourself. And that's really going to be a heavy energy moving through this whole year and through Uranus's transit in your zodiac sign. So people might try and suppress you, and the changes you need to make are going to feel frightening, but you're going to have to make them, okay? In your family domain, you need to let it go. That can be your pain, but what is working for you is knowing this is temporary. It's not forever, but also anything that comes up emotionally, letting it go because it's not serving you. There's going to be a few surprises, both good and bad, that come through from family, and it can be a painful experience that comes up or a grateful experience that comes up, a new way of doing something, a potential and opening for accommodation, a shift. It's positive. What's negative in the family domain, children, karmics, whatever's going on, is you feeling guilty for what you invested in. You've got to let it go. If you don't, you can't move forward. Oh, I can't leave because, you know, this was working for both parties. This was working for my karmic and I, the children. You know, I've got to deal with these people for that reason. And, you know, feeling like you're somebody's dog, feeling like you've got to do everything for everyone, but you're not actually asking yourself. Uranus and Taurus. Accommodation ain't working. You don't feel home. Home can be spiritual or it can be a 3D notion. Can be people taking over your environment as well, or taking over your bubble and you know, putting projections at you and you're going, no. I know what I want. I just haven't communicated it yet. But there is the risk that you guys are very, very intuitive, very spiritual. If people push you too far, you will blow. And it will be it. That will be it. So be very careful. I don't feel this is connected to your twin, though. I feel this is connected to external situations. Other people, how they're influencing you in a positive way. Some people know you very well, so they know how this is going to go. I have started, not too far into it. They have got to a point where They do know you well. So there are particular people that know you well. And they know what you're made of. But you need to know who you are made of, right? That's what's working for you, coming back to what you know. They're helping you end a cycle. They're helping you tie up loose ends. It can even be a very external person who you look to as a mentor. It could be a spiritual guide. It could be me. It could be somebody else. Somebody's going to give you that aha epiphany moment to help you see something in a different way. It may be that even your boredom in your life is actually helping you see that situation. It might be that you're unable to go places due to a 3D situation and you're getting lackluster in life, and that can be affecting you. The home-related environment, whatever that is, how directly other people are influencing this situation is you want to change. And they help. Life and an ending is going to help you have that. What isn't working is all the BS around you. People talking crap about you, you hearing things through the grapevine. And trust me, Mercury retrograde this month is so relevant for that. It's like people projecting. But if you worry too much about what people think and you don't do what makes you happy, you're wasting your time, because then you've given your power away. So choose what you want to do, not what's right for mother, father, sister, brother, twin. What do you want to do? If you don't ask that, then you actually are not in alignment and you're not ready for a spiritual connection, because it will go south. Never eat, so yeah, go south. So I had to think about that because I've been having headaches with my downloads. What isn't working for you is not getting into your emotions. You can't suppress them. You've got to go in there. Don't feel bad. You know, even me, as a spiritual guide, I still have my moments where I'll go into that dark energy and I'll be like, okay, I've got to purge that. I need to look at that. Not going to do any readings while I'm in that frequency. Okay, now that I've learned something, what do I do to move forward? But taking accountability, but actually being respectful to myself to say, hey, I really need to think about this right now. How is this making me feel? Not wanting to be projective, not wanting to be controlling, wanting to have compassion and understanding, but also going, wait, I'm number one, what's right for me? You know, regardless of relationship, regardless of children, regardless of work, what's right for me right now? What do I need to do to get my compass correct? Forgiving myself for that, breathing, and then getting back into it. So this is what you're needing to do. Externally to you and what's coming and what will directly impact you is you feeling that you have no power to get out of the situation. We choose everything and we create everything. So everything that comes towards us to show us where our power is. If you feel stuck, it's going to show you, I'm feeling a tunnel. You're going to see a tunnel and you're going to realize you're not trapped, you can get out. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to move your connection forward? How are you going to move you forward? Do you want to be there? Don't you? Do you want to work with certain people? Don't you? Everything. And it's not just connected to your twin flame soulmate journey. It is connected to, in your higher consciousness, what's correct for you and what needs to shift in order to move forward. And this is the download you're going to get. You're actually going to see at left field, something's coming. And I'm seeing a lot of light, and it's weird because I'm actually seeing you almost like the hangman position. And you're like, I'm stuck. And then you're like, there is light that's coming through at left field, and I'm seeing it coming into the left eye. Okay, separate energy coming through. Be very careful driving at night, okay? Pay attention. If you're getting disorientated, do not drive, because this light I'm seeing is potentially while a person is driving at this zodiac sign, and I'm seeing like a car or a train coming at left field, so pre-warned, okay? And it could be just follow your concentration. What I'm really seeing is tunnel, but it's light coming at left field. That is an aha moment. It's like, oh, I've found a way to get out of this situation. I didn't think of that. Why didn't I think of that? Mercury bloody retrograde. It's like our heads are all over the place. Now, overall connected to your twin flame journey, there's going to be upheaval, and you know what's coming. Have faith in the process. Got bloody cards everywhere. Be careful of excess. Don't overdo it. Don't work too hard. Yeah, good old light at the end of the tunnel, eh? We're trying to keep our eye on the ball. Now, if anything comes up connected to, and again, it's interesting that this come up. Some of you may be dealing with a person who in the past there was conflict and they might have been in a connection and it started off This could be coming to the surface right now. And when I talk about it, this has come up in what's not working for you. And it can be cheating and things to that degree. It can be you feeling that you need to get out of a situation and you're trying to find the next go-to scenario or the next relationship to fill the void because TF journey is not flowing. If you're getting to that, do some work on yourself, because you should always give yourself a holiday. The holiday to be you for a bit, to go, am I jumping relationship to relationship? Do I feel full? Which is interesting because the cups come up for you. Where the heck are they? Fill your cup. Then have higher consciousness going, okay, am I ready? Do I want to now move forward with TF? Old energies are coming back, and I don't feel this is a current energy. I feel this is a past tense situation of people that have betrayed you. So you're thinking about that. It could have been you towards them or them towards you or other people in general. It could be coming up and you're going, oh, I want a new start. I want a different frequency. You're cautious about who you trust. You're being very guarded, but it's due to the past. You need to let go of the past. You're not willing to move forward. And I don't feel this is connected to your spiritual twin flame. I feel this is connected to the past. And this still could be in relation to what your twin flame's done to you previously, not currently, previously. But you're scared to move forward and you have a block. And there's a lot of heart chakra that needs, working on. So it can be a person that hurt you, betrayed you, damaged you. And within the spiritual connection moving forward. So you and them need to purge that in order to move forward. And if you can't, it's difficult. You can't move forward until that's dealt with. So a lot of trust in between the connection and a lot of reflection going on of, are we both runners? Are we both going to be just half in, half out? I'm just going to put one foot in the door and one foot out. Are you in it or I'm out? Are we in or are we out? That doesn't work. If a person steps back, step forward. Give them space, obviously, and don't get to the point you're up in their face. But if they're testing you and saying, you're going to leave me, go, okay. And then step forward. Have the healthy space though, but don't push, but just be in your truth and say, hey, this is my truth, I'm staying. And if they're going, oh, well, you're going to leave me and you're doing this and you're doing that, no, you're creating that with your triggers. I'm sorry I'm projecting that back at you, but you need to look at yourself and see where this pain from the past come from, okay? This is coming up from Taurus. So if some scare, fear factor energy is coming through, it's because of your past. And Mercury's being a bit mean about that right now. So it can be you saying, hey, are they in a connection? Have they left? If they've left, are they just going to go get another partner? Are they going to keep repeating the cycle? Are we going to move forward or are we not? What are we going to do here? Let that go. You feel cautious about trusting your own intuition right now. You're both looking at, both you and your twin flame are looking at, through your energy coming through, wanting that balance, wanting to rebuild, but not wanting to do the work all on your own. You want to work as a team. If there's no iron team, okay? You're wanting to work together. You know that somebody, and you're feeling guilty because potentially your twin could be in a karmic situation, but I don't feel they're in it. I feel they're detached, but they haven't finalized it. So it's causing issues with manifesting a perfect start, because they need to leave the past behind, or you need to leave the past behind. The energies can swap, but there can be like cheating, betrayal, or something to that degree that went down or potentially is there, where it's like, I want you, but you need to finalize that chapter. So how do we move forward? But for some of you, I do feel this is just past energy of what happened to you, and you're trying to heal that so you can have a healthy connection. Guys, okay, it's causing discord. Everything's out of balance, so you're like, do I step back? Well, no, you just got to wait for the storm to ride, and I feel by the 20th things will feel different, but you feel out of balance. You feel it shifting everywhere, a bit like, ugh. It's causing stress, and they're not willing to step forward until they can release that toxicity, but they do wish to offer you themselves and their full higher power. But they're trying to change some things. I came as an extension of source energy. So, you know, knowing that you do have power to change things, knowing that the movement forward and them creating, they're wanting to be able to create with you. They're wanting to move forward with you. They're wanting to build with you. But if one or the other doesn't have trust in themselves, check both of your energies in the relationship. Where are you both at? If you're in communication, you can assess it. If you visually are talking, you can assess their body language. So actions speak louder than words, but words need to match. I can always enter my vibrational vortex of creation. You can always use your power. Okay, what do you want to create? Yes, but when we say that, we then need to look at ourselves and think, okay, that's right now. That's not permanent. You're believing it's permanent. Therefore, the vortex of creation is you've literally recreated it's forever. Detach from your mindset of what they're thinking. Because once we do, we're actually channeling their energy and projecting it to co-create it. So we're owning their fear-based frequency and their blockage, like we're needing to fix it or we're needing to protect ourselves because we feel vibrationally by the 3D and what other people have said is they can't change. And that's on their side or your side. And it's we both can. By believing it, you cement it in reality because you're manifesting it. By releasing it and seeing the end result, which is celebration, being in your higher consciousness, it does the work for you. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard, Carmen. I have my black sandalwood and sage candle burning. Yeah, it's like you can feel the energy, but we're actually, you know, in meditating, I've really received the download that we are actually having an aspect of the karmic energy coming into us. So your counterparts X, their energy is coming into us, so we can be triggered similar to them towards twin and twin towards you in some way, so that we can purge the end of that cycle together. Does that make sense? So it's like both you and another person would have been in a connection and that might have been toxic and ended. Then your twin and another person were in a relationship and they purged that. Now you guys might be energetically coming closer to that frequency of you're projecting two of the old energies back at each other. It's a process. Any questions? It's a wicked cycle. It's a wicked cycle, this one. We're not on the floor yet, peeps, okay? So let's just keep going. We can make it through this month. The headaches have been phenomenal. We're also seeing, yeah, it's like we're being used as the vessel so they don't have to deal with that karmic energy anymore. We're helping them resolve that. And they're helping us resolve our karmic energy of what we were looking at. And like I said to Carmen yesterday, I went next door, we had a cuppa, and she said, you know, what's the mirror? And I went, there's no mirror. It's everything. It's everything over 18 years. Anything down to karmics, anything down to financial blocks, anything down to accommodation or personal boundaries. It's everything. Everything has come up. So, but you're in your higher consciousness and it's like, okay, then how is this directly relevant? Because we're moving into a phase collectively of ending a cycle. But to end that, we need to re-enter it and test every frequency. That's probably why my bloody Kundalini's been heating up. It's like, oh God, here we go. It's so warm in here. Got my candle burning. I feel like I'm in the Bahamas. Any questions while I'm here? I'm going to have a quick break and I'll gauge whether I'm going to come back for the Libra, but I will be back tonight providing Twin and I don't like purge. And I'm definitely walking now. Best advice I can give you guys, if you are not in reunion, you need to exercise because it depletes your frequency. If you can't transfer that onto something positive in a manifestation sense to create something wonderful, exercise, and it's not to lose weight, it's to de-stress, okay? Because you're not being intimate, you need to de-stress. You've got to transmute that frequency to alchemize it. Otherwise, you're going to be projecting and being negative towards things and not coping with that. Any questions? Hair's falling out everywhere. Carmen, did I leave some hair behind? Yes, well, like I said, I've had my sage stick and I've had my throat chakra communication, and it is what it is. Any questions? Yeah. Look after yourself, Mandy. If I can come back, I will, but it'll be tonight more than likely. But if I do come back, it'll be in about 10:15. If I'm not back on, the rest will be tonight. If I'm back in 10:15, I will. I'm going to gauge how my partner's doing and if we need to do anything. But if we don't, I'll be back in 10:15. I'll do Libra and Cancer. Otherwise, it'll be tonight, potentially around 8, 9. But I'll put a notification up before I come on. Keep an eye out, click the bell, and you can get the notifications. If I can get everything done ahead of time, more than likely I will do the videos for April live, but yeah, the following month will be pre-recorded, and then I'll do mid-months live. But I prefer to do the live for interaction with you guys. But we'll gauge it, because I do need to get prepared, because I am moving. Wherever that be, whatever universe gives to me in my path. I'm shifting energy to have the fresh start in life, and that's necessary, I feel, right now for everyone. You know, you either need to change your environment, change the dynamic of the home, or shift. You know, as things change, we do have to evolve and shift, and we've got to take into account for that factor. So regardless, due to life factors, I will be changing. That's okay, Michelle. Take care, and I'll be back soon. If you're needing a booking, link below. I have also updated the website, so I have actually placed a schedule there, and I've blacked out places where I can actually come live to you guys and record regularly so that I'm on schedule. Okay, I do videos, Skype, email. We've obviously got the event on Monday, which is going to be hosted on Facebook, and that's for those of you who purchased a ticket. Yes, there are still tickets available. It's a one-question, similar to Super Chat, so that you can actually purchase it. I'll cover the area. I can either give you a ticket number or speak to you live, you know, via your first name, and I'll cover that one area for you for a very small fee. Love and light, and I'll talk to you later.